Most people think automation is for tech people. It isn't. If you can describe a task clearly, you can automate it, and the payoff is less stress and more consistent results. Most work today is not hard. It is repetitive. It is the same actions done again and again across days and weeks. Emails get copied, files get renamed, messages get forwarded, status updates get rewritten. None of this creates value on its own. It just keeps things moving. For a long time, this kind of work felt normal. People assumed this was just the price of being busy. But automation changes that assumption. Not by making work faster in theory, but by removing friction in practice. Effect 1. Less time spent on repetitive tasks. When people think about automation, they think about speed. But the first real effect is subtraction. You stop doing the same small actions manually, not once, but every day. The result is not a dramatic time win on day one. It is a quiet reduction of background effort. You no longer think about when to send something. You no longer remember to move files. You no longer double-check whether a task was done. Those actions disappear. What replaces them is not more free time immediately. What replaces them is fewer interruptions. Your attention stays on the actual work longer. You finish tasks with less mental fatigue, and over time, this compounds. People who automate early rarely feel busier as volume grows. People who stay manual almost always do. The difference is not discipline. It is friction. Effect 2. Faster turnaround without pushing. Manual work requires pressure. Things move forward because someone nudges them, a reminder, a follow-up, a check-in message. Automation removes the need for that push. Once a simple system exists, actions happen when conditions are met, not when someone remembers. That changes turnaround time in a subtle way. Work does not feel rushed, but it also does not stall. Clients get responses faster. Files move to the next step without delay. Decisions happen earlier in the day instead of later. This matters more than raw speed. Faster turnaround creates trust. People feel that things are under control, even if the actual output is the same. For solo operators and small teams, this is critical. You cannot afford slow loops, and you cannot afford to personally manage every handoff. Automation creates momentum without supervision. Effect 3. More consistent quality. Manual processes depend on energy and mood. Some days are sharp, some days are not. Automation does not have off days. The same standard is applied every time. The same structure, the same checks, the same sequence. This does not make work perfect, but it makes it predictable. Predictability is underrated. When quality is consistent, people trust outcomes sooner. They stop checking your work. They stop asking for confirmation. They assume things are handled. That reduces friction even further. Consistency also protects you from burnout. You are not forced to perform at full capacity every day. The system carries part of the load. Over time, this is what allows small operators to scale, not by doing more, but by breaking less. Common misconception number 1. You need to be a tech expert. This belief comes from confusing automation with engineering. Most useful automation today is not about building complex systems. It is about connecting simple ones. You do not need to understand how everything works internally. You only need to decide what should happen and when. That decision is not technical. It is operational. People who struggle with automation usually struggle because they try to over-design it. They imagine large systems instead of small loops. In reality,
One simple system often removes more friction than 10 advanced ones. The skill is not coding. It is clarity. Common misconception number 2. Automation is expensive. Automation feels expensive when compared to doing nothing, but that is the wrong comparison. The real cost is manual repetition over time. Small delays, small errors, small mental drains. Those costs are invisible, but they accumulate. Automation shifts cost from ongoing effort to upfront setup. Once that shift happens, the economics change. You pay once, you benefit repeatedly. For small businesses and individuals, this is often the difference between stability and exhaustion. What this means for you. Automation is not about replacing people. It replaces friction. It does not require technical skills. It requires one decision. What should no longer depend on your attention? Once you answer that, the system can do the rest. This is why automation favors small players. They feel the friction first, and they benefit from removing it sooner. You do not need a complex setup. You need one simple system that runs without you. That is where the real advantage starts.